Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and this is a complete guide to collection items, also known as commander dolls, treasures, or favorite items. Now, these are pieces of equipment that are class specific, and just like overload gear, they are permanent. You can change them, but if you do, the old item will be lost, so keep that in mind. Now, I know there's a lot of new players that are coming into the game that are probably have no idea how the system works, so this guide should help you guys out, and any veteran players might just be starting to unlock more of these things. Hopefully this will help you guys out as well. Alright, so collection items provide various buffs for Nikkes depending on their weapon type. However, some effects are stronger than others. These dolls can be upgraded with maintenance kits, and these are consumables you get from special dispatch in the bulletin board missions. The first thing you want to do, if you haven't already, is complete the Tactics Academy missions, okay? This is really important and something that's easy to miss. Even if you are a returning veteran player that's already done all of this, keep in mind there are new classes for you to complete in the Tactics Academy that you need to complete in order to gain access to everything for the collection items. Now, the basics are that you can equip R or blue dolls, swap them to purple SR dolls, and finally upgrade them to SSR favorite items. So let's take a look at how you can actually do this and some of the things to avoid as well. Now, unlike the normal bulletin board missions, you can choose to target a specific item. You can go for one that you will level up your favorite item you are trying to target to level up, or you can just go for the random box that will contain all of them. Now, to be honest, until there are a lot more units in the pool of favorite items, I would just go for the random ones, because by the time you get a doll leveled up all the way, you'll most likely have more than enough leveling items for them, and then you'll be on your way to leveling others too. The other missions will give you pieces of a box similar to like the manufactured equipment boxes that you will get a random R or SR doll from after you collect enough of those. And these missions are the main way you will also farm leveling materials for the dolls. You can also get this stuff from solo raids as well, so don't forget to participate in the solo raid, even if you're not trying to rank. Just like do your daily attempts and you'll get some resources. Okay, if you're liking the video, please give this a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Nikke and gacha game videos. A sub would also just really help out the channel. All right, thank you for that. I will now talk more about what dolls to equip later in the video, but let's say you have one equipped already. You want to level it as efficiently as possible because this can be quite a grind. Every time you quote-unquote maintain or add experience, the chances of getting a super success that gives bonus experience goes up. So try to only use your blue or purple boxes while you're at the lower percentages. Then use your orange boxes when you have a good chance to get a massive experience points. Now, max level is phase 15 for blue dolls, but don't panic. You can replace the blue dolls with a purple doll and it will transfer all your experience. The only thing is, again, remember, you will lose the original doll if you do that. That said, you might want to only equip purple dolls in the first place. You don't have to start with the blue dolls because you can use your extra blue dolls to trade in for more purple dolls. So there's kind of the convenient, resource exchange system that they provided for us. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, dolls have different abilities. This is entirely based on the weapon type that the unit uses. So there isn't really any decision to be made here as far as like what to equip to a different unit, but you might want to prioritize some units over others. It's good to know when you're choosing which units to invest in first. Some of the dolls give much better abilities than others. All SR collectibles have an effect called Grounding Pillar, which is a constant effect giving damage taken down 17% and covers max HP up 30%. So just automatically everything's going to be more durable just by having one of these dolls on. Now, AR collectibles, their unique ability is damage dealt when attacking a core goes up 17% and then defense up 37%. This is a strong buff, but ARs can have a hard time hitting cores sometimes. So in theory, this is really good, but in practice, you won't get the effect off a lot. You won't get the effect of the buff a lot of the times. Now, MG collectibles give a max ammunition capacity up 9.5% and again, defense up 37%. Max ammo is great on MGs, but this is a very small boost compared to what you can get on an overload gear line. Rocket launchers get a charge damage multiplier up 9.47%, and then again, defense up 37%. They all give the defense up 37%. This is really good because where it sits in the damage formula, it's multiplicative, not additive. So you'll see a noticeable spike in your DPS with this. Shotgun collectibles are also really good in my opinion. They give attack damage multiplier up 9.46% and defense up 37%. And that's nearly 10% more damage on every shot. That's crazy. So SMGs are kind of scuffed, but at least the doll buff is actually really good. So maybe it helps level them out a little bit. Not as much as maybe you would like, but the ability is very strong. It does basically the same thing as the shoddy with a normal attack multiplier of 9.46% and defense up 37%. Crow fans, rise up. All right, snipers share the same effect as rocket launchers. Everything I said before applies here. It's really good. Charge multiplier up 9.47% and defense up 37%. The SSR favorite items all add unique effects for the specific unit. Now, not all units have favorite items yet. There's only a few out at the time of recording, but we're getting more every month or every few months. They add more units to this. I'm not going to go over or through each of these in the video, but just know they range from really, really strong to weird gimmicks. So each time you increase the phase of a favorite item, it will add another effect, and you need 160 of the unique leveling materials to max it out. And when you first unlock the favorite item, you will need to do a series of little story missions that show you more about the character and will give you the new wallpaper / skin for that unit, which I definitely think is a big draw for a lot of people on these favorite items. Now, as far as which units to invest in, I would prioritize your main DPS units even if they don't have a favorite item yet. Okay, don't worry about favorite items unless you just really like the character and want the wallpaper. That's not because the favorite items are bad, but the stat bonus you get just from having a leveled up doll is so good that if the unit was already strong, like someone like Red Hood or Modernia, etc., you'll get way more value out of them than a mediocre unit that now has a favorite item, even though they're getting, theoretically a big boost from that favorite item. Now, favorite items can give a big boost and a nice incentive to use an older unit that you may have been a fan of. It helps bring them up to a level that makes them a little more viable. But so far, they aren't really shaking up the tier list that much. Also, a little bonus tip. Remember that my girl Snow White is an AR Nikke, and even though I said ARs have a hard time hitting cores sometimes, she gets a charge beam on her burst, so she can deal crazy core damage with the ability from the doll. Alright, remember dolls give a huge CP boost, add basic stats and extra abilities. This is really good even in arena, and if you do have a lot of extra dolls, even slapping on some level 1 blue collectibles is not a bad idea. But remember, a lot of times you might want to keep those to exchange for more SRs. But like I said, if you have extras, you can just pump you up your CP in arena, so do keep that in mind. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Let me know what questions you have in the comments and subscribe for more guides and Nikke news.